Hey everyone! So I wanted to make a quick video and let you know about the Facebook algorithm changes and how these tips can help you. I've got 6 great tips that will help you beat the algorithm change. Alright, so a couple weeks ago I was at a networking function and a couple of the women that were there were talking about how their Facebook page numbers dropped. Their interactions were dropping and they were very concerned. So I gave them a couple of tips. One of the things that I've noticed personally, I have a client that I'm currently doing their social media management and a couple of my clients that I have. But this one particular client that I have is actually increasing her follows, her likes, and her engagement on her page. And one of the reasons why is because she's being authentic. I know that you hear it all the time that you've got to be authentic, you've got to be real, but I'm going to stress that even more so in this video. So I've got 6 tips on how to kind of not cheat the system and not beat Facebook, because you really can't, but on how to be successful with your Facebook pages. Number 1. So you've got to grow your email list. And one of the reasons why is because you can use your email list to funnel people over into your Facebook page. That's really important to create information that is going to take them from one venue, which is their phone, that newsletter that you send, and send them straight over to the Facebook page where they know now, oh, she's going to be doing a live video. Oh, she did a live video. Let me get in there and let me watch and see what she's doing. So it's such a great way to send your clients where you want them to go, where you want them to live. If you currently live on Twitter, and you really want to grow your Facebook page, or you really want to drive that traffic and get them into engaging on your Facebook page and get them to be interactive, then your email is going to be that number 1 tool that can get your clients from where you want them to go, for where they are, to where you want them to go. Alright, so make sure you continue to capture emails, make sure you continue to build your email list. It's very important to have that because that's something that you personally own, and that's one way to reach your clients all the time. Alright, tip number 2. Conversation pieces. That's really important. Create content that is shareable, that it's likable, and that's going to start that conversation. One of the post that my client, the one that's having a lot of traction on her Facebook recently, despite all the changes, one of the things that she's doing is she's posting more about herself. And she is an interior designer, and one of the things that I really love is that, she took on some of the challenges that I gave her, which is to give me more content. And she is the cutest thing ever. She is always dressed up and sassy. I mean, what interior designer wouldn't be dressed up and fashionable, right? I mean, well, I've never met one yet. So she was wearing this like fringe vest, and it was like so swanky with like Roman sandals that tied all the way up and some cute blue jean shorts, and she just looked awesome. And she took a shot of pretty much her doing work, and she posted it on her Facebook page, and people started commenting on how she needs to go and style their wardrobe. She needs to go and style them. Instead of just styling their house, she needs to style her clients also, which was a lot of fun to just go back and read some of those comments that she got on her page, and I thought it was brilliant. So create shareable content. Get to thinking, will this go viral? Am I giving to someone? Am I giving something important to someone that someone else is going to say, let me send this to someone else, or let me repost it on my page because I think it's important. So those are the things that you need to ask yourself. Will it go viral? And 2, is it important to somebody? Is it helping someone? Get into the habit of giving to people rather than just being superficial, and you're going to get a lot more traction on that Facebook page. Give, because right now I think everyone's changing into more giving. Before it was like, oh, don't, let's not share those secrets. We're not going to say much about this business, or we're not going to talk about our trade secrets and how we do our business and stuff like that. You know what? A lot of that you can Google now. So why not? Why not share with your clients what makes you successful at your job? They want to know. So again, conversation pieces. Create content that is going to strike up conversations. They're all about conversations now. That's what Facebook is all about. All right, tip number 3. Pay to play, baby. I'm so sorry to have to tell you, but you're going to have to pay to play in the Facebook game now. So start trying to generate ads. And one of the reasons why this is so good, yeah, you're probably thinking, Jay, I'm a small business owner. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a solopreneur. Well, yeah, so am I. But, take a little bit of money and really develop an ad that is going to be right for you. Long gone are those days where we used to pay for ads and it's like, okay, send it to everybody and anybody and everyone around. Well, here's the thing. One of the things that I love to tell my clients is attract who you want to attract. Attract the client that is your ideal client. And how are we going to do that? Through telling stories and all that good stuff and yada yada. But paying to play, you can only target your followers. You can only target those who you desire for them to be your client, and you can reach who you want to reach. That way, your money is well spent on clients that you really want to look for. The type of client that you are in a specific demographic, in a specific niche, in a specific city, in a specific income bracket. If you want a client that is, for whatever the purpose of your small business is, you want someone who has a bachelor's degree, or you're targeting all of the people in your area that have PhDs, because maybe you sell consulting services, academic services, right? You want to target those people. Let's say you have, you are a teacher who just started her, training manuals, and you really want to attract other teachers so that, they can implement these kind of style in the classroom and pay for these manuals that you created. Well, now you have the ability to really target all of those women and all of those men and everyone in that area that you live in who are teachers, or who like teacher things, or, think of all of those things. It's gonna target down to who you want to reach ideally. You can really tailor your advertising to only reach who you want. So when I say pay to play, believe me, it's worth it, because it's no longer this generic, let's send a Facebook ad and it's going to target everybody and anybody, and I'm going to spend all of this money. You don't have to spend so much money anymore. Why? Because you can start small. Start with your community. Start within a few miles of where you are, and really start focusing on identifying the group of people that you want to work with, that you want for them to become your client. All right, now we're on to number 4. Go au natural. And I don't mean your makeup, and I don't mean your clothes, and I don't mean anything else. I mean, go natural. Be natural. Be you. One of the things that my friends always tell me is that they love who I am, how I am, and they love the fact that I'm just me. I don't try to pretend to be anybody else. And as a brand, as a business owner, as a solopreneur, small, a nice sized business owner, you don't want your brand to be something that they are not. So what am I saying here? What I'm saying is plain and simple. You shouldn't cookie cutter your brand. Okay? And one of the reasons why is because if you start looking like someone else, then one, you're not going to be able to cut through the clutter. You're not going to be able to stand out from the million other photographers that are in the area. I was telling one of my employees this the other day. I he was revamping his thing, and I'm really trying to push him to do more photography work other than just the side stuff that he does for me or for, other things. And I'm talking to him and I'm telling him, you need to get business cards, you need to do this, you need to do that. And throughout the conversation, he's like, oh, I need a name for my company. I'm like, why do you need a name for your company? He's like, well, I need someone, something to call myself, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, if I refer you, a client to you, the first thing that I want to say is, let me refer so-and-so, John Doe, he is amazing at photography. So when you guys have your session, she's going to say, oh, I know so-and-so, he was great. People are going to hire you. You, the person, you, the personality, you, because you're quirky, you're awesome. They're not going to hire some company. And when I was telling him how to brand his Instagram and his Facebook page and everything else, I'm like, just be you. Like, why be a brand, so-called brand, when you're the brand? So go natural. So after talking to him, I got him to understand that people are going to hire him for him because they like him. And people are going to refer others to him because of the experience that he gave them. All right, so this is leading into the next tip, which is tip number 5. And it is be more human. It really builds upon the whole go au natural. So definitely be more human. And what I mean by this is you have a small business. Let's say you're a tax accountant. Because it's tax season time. I'm pretty sure you hear my puppies in the background. They're outside. They're going crazy in the backyard. So you're an accountant and it's tax season and you have a business, and I go to your website and it's like tight and staunchy and just bland and boring and just blah. But I meet you and I'm like, oh my God, girl, you're like awesome. You know your stuff, and you have like the best, taste in shoes. So see the disconnect? So your business has to be more like you, more of a human being. Have a voice that people can relate to. That voice that resonates through all that clutter, that cuts through every other tax guy or tax girl in the area. And tell your story. Why do you like taxes so much? Why do you like helping people so much? Why do you love, to file everyone's little IRS taxes? Why? Why are you an accountant? What makes you you? Give your business a more humanistic approach so that people that go to your website say, oh, she doesn't seem so scary or so bland or so blah or just boring. Because quite frankly, every year, it's really boring to count every single receipt. Yeah, I know, I do it to myself. But yeah, that's why I'm into social media marketing and I'm not an accountant, because I'm the worst at my business taxes. The worst. I have a box. I just throw everything in a box, and at the end of the year, I try to go through the box because I feel really bad for my accountant, who's awesome, by the way. Anyway, so tell your story, what's my story? My story is I really like giving people advice. I love to help people, market themselves more, become that human brand out in the social atmosphere, in the internet, when there's so many people that are the same, or so many brands that are the same, so many businesses that do the same thing. I like to be different. I like to be me. And so I like to tell my clients, and I specifically love working with small businesses and entrepreneurs, because I've been an entrepreneur all of my life. I've been a small business owner since I can remember. I've had several businesses in several different industries. So my expertise is to really help small businesses be successful. Yet my background and my education is all marketing, social media, communications, like hardcore, right? I spent like 9 years and like 2 grad programs and all of this time studying this, but I have like that street savvy, smart stuff that I learned along the way from being a makeup artist forever and having my own business and traveling with a team all over the United States. And then also having a meal prep service business because I'm passionate about fitness and eating right and all that stuff. And I had a very extremely successful business here in Houston, and then hurricane happened and went away and all that stuff. But that's for another video. So because I have this experience and then this education, and I love what I do over here, I married both, and my thing is to help small business owners who can't do their social media, who don't have a marketing plan, and who don't have all this money. Like, who has $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 to give to a marketing agency to brand them, strategize them, get them on social, and have a full-blown integrated marketing plan? I sure don't either, So if I don't, and I never did in the past in my other business, what makes me think that other business owners are going to have that also? So tell your story. Tell them the why you are doing what you're doing, why you love what you do, and it will make you that much better. It will make you that much more human. And for my final tip number 6 is Facebook groups. Yep, you've got it. Facebook groups equals winning. Yeah, that was kind of corny, right? All right, so it's definitely winning. Facebook groups help you to win. And this is the reason why. So, well, let me give you the reasons, or let me give you how not to not win at Facebook groups. Don't be narcissistic. Please don't. I'm part of this group. Yeah. That all this girl does is post about herself again. Inspirational quotes with herself in the background. And again, more inspirational quotes with herself in the background. No questions, no probes, no nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. So there's crickets in that group. No one talks, no one says anything, no one is interacting, no one is engaging. So guess what? Your group is probably not going to show up as anything relevant, And if you're trying to grow your group, well, people are probably not going to find your group because there's really nothing going on but crickets. Yeah. So don't be narcissistic. Please stop posting a million things about yourself. Don't. Give information or ask questions or, start talking about something that really causes a stir, where you clearly have that divide of I agree or I clearly disagree with this topic, and really get your community to start chipping away and start commenting and start really focusing on what you want them to do, which is to talk with you and amongst each other and get the group to be hype and lovely. And who wants to go somewhere where everybody's just kind of like, right? I don't. Because I'm a talker. I like to talk to everybody. So get them going. But, people are not going to talk by themselves. Even though I'm a talker, I'm not going to talk by myself. So get them to talk with you, with each other, and get them to go crazy with you. All right, so creatively promote your business is next, because apart from being narcissistic, you're constantly slamming everyone with, if you give me these many likes, I'm going to give you, 10% off of blah, blah, blah. If I get a reshare, I'm going to waive a fee for blah, blah, blah. Stop doing that, man. It's not going to work. Clickbait, that is a form of clickbaiting. Yeah, other brands do it, and it's like, oh, click like if you really love Michelle Obama, and everybody's like. Well, it's kind of the same thing. You're being the same kind of schmooze. You're kind of a gross person just saying, hey, share my stuff, share my stuff, share my stuff, and I'll give you something. And it really isn't worthy for them. It's not worth it at all. So, okay, I'll reshare it, and then you're going to give me like 10% off to your little thing, right? And it's like a business little e-file that you have. Well, it's not of interest to me. So why don't you just give of your knowledge and yourself for free? That's how you promote your business the right way. You just give people free advice. You know, take it on. Do a good deed. Pay it forward. And believe me, people are going to remember you because you're that girl that knows her stuff. You're that guy who always gives the best business advice, who always gives the best. Let's say you own a steam cleaning business and you have like the most amazing tips on how to get rid of stains, which caused me not to even need to hire you. But you know what? Now I'm really wanting a professional service done. And I'm going to call you because you just seem genuine and not narcissistic and always give the best advice. So, you know, again, like I said, build those groups and get them started, and you'll be really winning and crushing it at the Facebook group thing. You know, don't be narcissistic. Give more than you get. Create those amazing content. Create conversation pieces also in the group, you know, and while you're at it, slide in and, hey, if you love these tips, I have a weekly newsletter that gives way more tips, and kind of slide in the whole sign up for my email thing. You get me? Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you get people to do what you want them to do and to follow you along where you want them to go. All right, so those are my 6 tips on how to not beat the Facebook algorithm because it's here to stay, but how to survive it. And these tips are great if you are a small business owner, a solopreneur, an entrepreneur, because there's so many people nowadays who want to be entrepreneurs. I am a small business owner. That's me. That's who I am. I own a small business, and I'm a woman. Yeah, I had to throw that in there. Anyways, so I really hope that you guys got some information out of this, and I really hope that you honestly feel that Facebook is not going to kill your Facebook page anymore, that you have the keys that are going to make you successful on your Facebook business page. All right, so I will be trying to make some videos on a weekly basis, and they will be posted on Thursdays, so stay tuned next Thursday for the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you subscribe and share my video with other business owners who really need to hear all of these amazing tips so that they don't get stuck and left behind, and so that Facebook doesn't kill their page.